Wow! You know, time really flies. We are now back again with another episode of Cook and Eat Singapore. So, we are going to show you again another one of the top hawker favorites of Singapore. In fact, it is my personal favorite.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a very interesting dish. You can have this for breakfast, you can have this for lunch, you can have this for dinner,
And even supper.
And even supper. But no, don't take too much supper because that's really not good for you. You still need time to digest before you go to bed, right? But I know, sometimes when we were much younger, as if we are so old. When we were much younger, we tend to stay up later at night, we go for supper. And yes, I used to have this for supper as well. So this is a very delicious dish. It's a dish that I've always missed a lot when I was still working in the Kingdom of Bahrain in the Middle East. It's next to Saudi Arabia. So it's not a country that many people know. Very small country, but beautiful country, beautiful people. I miss it so much. So while I was living there, I have my craving for Mee Pok dry, fishball Mee Pok dry, and it's just one of the dishes that I can never find there. So whenever I come back to Singapore, like after every 6 months, I will come back to Singapore. The first thing I hit will be the coffee shop to have my Mee Pok fishball dry noodles.
Yeah.
So today we are going to teach all of you how to make this.
Yeah.
But before we do that, let's learn a little bit more about the Mee Pok, fishball Mee Pok. Sophia.
Fishball Mee Pok Dry is a noodle dish with Chinese noodle characterized by its flat and yellow appearance, varying in thickness and width. The dish is of Teochew origin and is commonly served in a number of countries such as Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand. Fishball Mee Pok is commonly served tossed in a sauce or in soup if the wet or soup version is preferred. Meat and vegetables are normally added on top. Fishball Mee Pok is a staple commonly offered in hawker centers and coffee shops in Singapore. Together with other Chinese noodle dishes, the sauce in which the noodles are tossed in is a very important aspect of the dish, and is considered a representation of the cook's skill and experience. The importance of the sauce in Mee Pok can be thought of similarly as the sauces that accompany pasta. I am craving for that fishball Mee Pok dry already. Jason and Chef Alfie.
Okay, we are back. So once again, thank you, Sophia, for giving us so much information about my favorite dish. So, Chef, I'm actually very surprised. I'm a little bit intimidated by this. Normally, when I go have my Mee Pok fishball noodle,
Yeah.
it's one bowl.
Yep.
And that's just one bowl. I'm looking like at a lot of ingredients we have here to make that one bowl of noodle.
I agree. However, this is the simplified version which I'm sharing with the viewers. Where they can do it at home, and most of the ingredients they can buy it store-bought.
Store-bought, like ready-made for them.
Ready-made. So
Yeah.
this is the like a cheap.
Right,
yeah?
right.
But the real traditional Teochew noodles, if you're gonna do it, it's not gonna be just this. There'll be more. Maybe I need
wow.
two tables because we need to make the
Two
fish.
tables
Yeah, we
for
need to
one
make-
bowl of noodle. Can you imagine?
Because in the past, now we can get factory-made noodles,
Right.
factory-made fish balls.
Fish balls, yes,
Alright?
yes.
But in the past, handmade. So you need to buy the fish, clean the fish, fillet the fish, make it into fish balls.
And you get one bowl.
Yeah? And then you need to make your fish cake.
Right. Oh,
Right?
yes, yes.
And then in some places they even serve with dumplings, fish dumplings.
Right,
Right?
right.
And then you need to make your sambal.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. And then you need to do your lard,
Wow.
right? But in this recipe, we're not going to use lard.
Right,
We're
right.
going to use shallot oil.
Shallot oil.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, we are making a halal-friendly
Mee
fishball Mee Pok,
Yeah.
which most of the time in Singapore here, it's actually sold by Chinese
Yeah.
mainly, and it is using like pork meat and also pork lard.
Correct.
So for this episode itself, we are using chicken.
Chicken. We're using minced chicken, and we are also replacing the lard with fried chicken skin.
Fried chicken skin.
But it's optional. If
Right,
you're healthy,
right.
you don't need it. But if you want it to replicate almost like the real thing, then chicken skin will be good.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't like to eat pork or cannot eat pork for religious reason, health reasons, you can substitute this with chicken.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good information.
Alright.
So chef, can you tell me more about all these ingredients? Because you know, I'm really getting worried. I love to eat this, but I'm really considering whether should I really make this at home.
It's simple, trust me. I've done it a few times, and I do it at home to host with my friends. My friends, when they taste it, they look at it, they say it's exactly like the ones in a hawker center.
Wow.
So it's pretty easy to do.
That's
so what
great.
we would need would be a pot of boiling water.
A pot of boiling water.
So about a liter.
A liter of water.
So this
That's
recipe is about from 2 to 4.
Right, and this water, what are we going to use this for?
So this, what we're going to do is the stock itself. So to start off this, we need the fishball soup or the fishball stock.
Oh, fishball soup. So we need to make the fishball soup or the stock
The stock itself.
that we will need. But I thought this is like a dry dish, like a dry mee pok, which is like flat noodles.
Yeah.
Fishball flat noodles, right?
Yeah.
So why do we need the soup?
Because usually the soup is served on the side, and they'll take a little bit of the soup to make the sauce.
Oh, so they will use a bit of this stock to make the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay.
Right?
So 1 liter of boiling water.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna add, now to make things easy, in the past they would use soybeans and dried anchovies.
Soybeans and dried anchovies.
Yeah.
Anchovies for us in Singapore or this part of the world, we call it ikan bilis.
Ikan bilis.
Ikan means fish and bilis is
Small.
small. So small fish.
Small fish, yes.
You know, sometimes culture and language is really so interesting. Ikan bilis, small fish.
So now in modern times, we're very lucky. So what I'm using is ikan bilis or anchovies granules or cubes.
So this we can always buy from the supermarket. They have the beef cube, chicken cube,
Correct.
the anchovies cubes. Right. It's very strong.
Yep.
It's like a concentrate.
Correct. So that's 1 liter. We're going to add 2 cubes of it.
2 cubes to 1 liter.
Yeah.
Right.
Please
Oh, sorry.
put it in.
Okay.
Boom.
Whoa! Right.
We will need, this is optional. This is turnip.
Turnip.
Yeah. But preserved salted turnip.
Preserved salted turnip. Because the last turnip that I saw was white color.
Yeah, that was fresh. So
Ah.
this is preserved.
Preserved
And it's salted.
salted turnip.
Yeah. Because they come in 2 types. They have the sweet and the salted. We want the salted.
Salted ones.
Yeah.
Right. And we
So-
put this into the stock as well.
But just maybe about a handful.
Right.
This much.
Right. Let me wash my hands.
Yep.
So we just need about a handful, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the turnips.
Yeah. Okay.
This is enough.
Yeah. And what we do with it is, before you put it in, usually you soak it in water to get
Okay,
rid
so we
of
have
the
to soak
saltiness.
this in water to get rid. But I thought we wanted the saltiness.
We want to, but we want it a little bit less because it's very, very salty.
You know, like for me, I will most probably not wash it because I want it to be salty and just throw it. So what do we have next?
Next, you can put all of it in, which is fried shallots.
Fried shallots. So you can actually prepare this yourself
Or store-bought.
or store-bought. Right, easy. Let's see. Everything, right?
Everything.
Okay. You know, I asked after I pour everything in.
This only half. Spring onions.
Spring
Slice.
onions only half. I have to be very careful on this. Is it enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Also, to make the stock, we actually have to put the
Yeah.
spring onion in.
So all that will now let it cook for a bit,
Okay.
and then we put it on low heat.
Low heat.
So initially it was boiling.
Right,
Now
right.
we turn the heat low, and then we want it to boil.
We want it to boil,
Yeah.
to simmer for a
To
while.
simmer, yeah.
You see, I know how to use these terms. You know, simmer, saute,
A
What
dash
else,
of
yeah?
dash of white pepper,
a dash of white pepper. Dash of white pepper.
double dash.
Okay, double dash. This is a dash.
Okay, one more.
One more.
Okay.
Okay. Done.
Very good.
Right. So if you are like me and you like it to be more spicier with the peppery taste, you can put more of it, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So yeah, I think cooking at home is about this. You can adjust the taste to what you like.
Yeah.
You don't have to take just what people give you.
Correct.
Right.
And we'll put maybe
Sea salt.
sea salt.
Right.
So season a little bit. So I'm putting about 1 teaspoon there.
1 teaspoon. See, the chef is so good. He's using a big spoon and he's saying it's 1 teaspoon. Wow. Okay.
Agak-agak.
Agak-agak, estimasi, approximately.
Alright, give it a stir.
That becomes like our slogan.
Yeah.
Agak-agak, estimasi. Wait, estimasi.
Estimation.
I'm using Bahasa Indonesia to say it.
Estimasi.
Yeah, estimasi.
Okay.
It's estimation and
Estimation.
approximately.
Approximately.
Wow.
So once that is done,
Mm-hmm.
then what we can do is taste.
Oh, we have to taste it.
Yeah, taste, and then see, do you like that, or you want to add some other ingredient, add some more seasoning.
More seasoning. Right, right.
Have a taste. Is it
Okay. Do I need to stir it?
Yes,
Oh. Okay. Oh wow, it's hot.
it is.
I can't get the soup. Okay. I can't get the soup because there's just too many things. Okay. Wait, let's see. It's really hot, so be very careful, yeah? You can see the smoke coming up. Okay. Yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
This is like instant. We almost made it, but this is good.
Hot.
No, the shallot got into my throat.
Okay.
You see, if I'm the chef, I tell you, my head chef will be so angry with me. I ask you to taste and you can get choked.
So, this is boiling. Done.
Yeah, but the soup is really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next, we're gonna add fish balls.
Fish balls.
Alright.
Right. My favorite.
So I bought about 20 pieces.
20 pieces of fish ball. But of course, you can always put lesser or more,
Yep.
depending on how you like it. But the soup itself, the fish ball is very important to the soup.
Yes.
Because from the fish ball, there are actually some flavor coming out of it.
Yes. So these fish balls, usually traditionally fish balls are made with fish itself, fish paste.
Right, fish paste. Okay.
Fish paste, a bit of tapioca flour,
Tapioca flour. Okay. Salt.
and sugar.
Is it true that to make the fish ball more springy, like Singapore fish ball, you can literally play ping pong, table tennis with it, right? Literally.
Yeah.
Is it true that they add in alkaline water?
Maybe for factories they do that because they need to keep it for a
Longer period of time. Yeah.
But traditionally, usually it's only ice water.
Ice water.
And traditionally, fresh fish balls can be kept maximum 3 days.
Only 3 days. But nowadays in the supermarket, you can keep it for 1 year.
That's why they're using alkaline.
Right, and fish ball, I want to say something about fish ball. Fish ball is one of my favorite balls. Yeah. It's really one of my favorite balls, among the many balls that I like.
And also it's a favorite among kids.
Yes,
You know?
children love it as well. But for me, fish ball is very important, especially the Singapore ones. Because, I've been to so many different countries and they have sort of like fish ball. Even in Southeast Asia country, in Indonesia, in Thailand, if you taste the fish ball, it's so different than what we have here in Singapore. Even in Indonesia, I was buying some Singapore brand fish ball. But when I cooked it, it still does not have the Singapore taste. It does not have the Singapore feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that why is it so different?
Maybe the technique.
Maybe or production of it or the fish that they
Or the
use.
fish itself. Because recently I watched on Channel News Asia on regards to the fish that makes the fish ball, this particular fish.
Right.
Its numbers is decreasing drastically.
So the fish stocks are actually being depleted. Wow.
So
I think this is
and that will affect the quality that
Right.
we are
used to.
used to.
Wow, so fish balls are going to become more expensive in the future. I think as with other seafood, around the world, the seafood stocks are all depleting around the world due to maybe over tourism, due to human behavior, and maybe that's why now, suddenly there is a pandemic and the whole world restarts again. you know, it's possible.
It's possible.
Nature heals itself.
Reboot.
So that we can have a longer stocks of food for us to be able to continue to live and for the world to continue to evolve.
I agree.
Maybe, yeah?
Yeah. So
Wow.
now we let it simmer. So now to know whether the fish balls are cooked, usually when you boil,
Right?
when it floats,
Right.
it's done.
I've cooked fish ball before where it was just this size,
Yeah.
but when I'm cooking it, it actually expands until it's big. So that's normal.
It's normal, but the thing is, I think you overboil it. So usually you don't want to boil, but
Right,
you want
right.
to like simmer.
Oh, so I'm not
Because when you-
supposed
because when you
to
boil-
make it big.
No, it's supposed to at least maybe a little bit bigger, but not
Right.
too big. When it's too big, that means it's been overboiled.
So maybe that's why the taste of the fish ball is different, because I always make sure that it's big, then I stop the fire.
As long as once it floats,
Once it floats, that's it. We are seeing some of the fish balls are becoming big. You know?
no, I bought two types. I bought one big one.
Oh, one
and
big-
I bought small ones.
Right.
So we have both.
Chef was worried that I will be, criticizing him on overboiling the fish ball.
Right? So we keep
Right.
it at a very low fire now.
Low
and
fire
just
now.
Let it simmer.
Right. Let it simmer.
So part one is done.
So that's the stock, that's the soup. So what do we do next?
Okay. Before that, let me have a taste of it.
Right.
See how is it.
So that's only for the soup, right?
Yep.
So we still need to talk about the ingredients that we need for the sauces, which is totally different from the soup.
Yeah.
The soup is nice, right?
Exactly the same.
I like his expression. Yo.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
So before we start of making the mee pok, I
Okay.
just want the viewers to know that this itself, you take the yellow egg noodles
Yellow egg noodles, right?
or rice vermicelli, bihun,
Yes.
yeah. You put it in a pot, you blanch it a little, put it in a pot,
Right.
add the soup with the fish balls, add your fish cakes, and you already
That's
have
that's the
one version.
fishball noodle soup. Right.
Okay.
So fishball noodle is enjoyed both soup and also dry.
Correct.
So the soup version is much easier,
Yeah.
right? And the dry version is just about the sauces, right?
Correct.
So we have the fish cake here,
Yep.
and we have the
Bean
bean sprouts. What's this thing that I
This
see
is
here?
store-bought fish dumplings.
Store-bought fish dumpling.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is optional. Some people can use it, some people don't. You can have just purely fish ball
Right,
and fish
right,
cake.
right.
It is optional if you want something extra.
I see. So I see. Okay, I suppose this is tomato ketchup.
Correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at identifying now. But I see this black thing and some other, like sauce or oils or
Okay.
I don't know, like sambal chili. I can identify this.
Yeah.
Can you let us know what is the rest?
Okay. So to make one bowl of mee pok,
Uh-huh.
and this dish has to be made a la minute. That means
A la minute again. Oh, a la minute,
a la
yeah.
minute again.
Done in a minute. No. Done.
About in a minute.
Yeah, done when you want to
Want-
consume
yeah.
it, right?
So you need to have, if you like to do this dish, you
Uh-huh.
need to have your area all portioned out like this.
All
There's a
portioned out,
fast one,
organized, and ready
Yeah.
because it's very fast.
Very
Fast-paced.
fast. You need to be
Right.
fast. So you would need 1 tablespoon of tomato ketchup.
1 tablespoon of tomato ketchup,
Yeah. You need some shallot oil,
shallot oil,
about 1
right?
tablespoon too.
1 tablespoon,
And you need about 1 or 2 tablespoons of sambal, depending if you want.
sambal chili paste,
Yeah.
the prepared chili paste that you
Yeah.
can buy from the store.
Yeah.
But maybe we will just create one bonus episode for our audience on teaching you how to make the best sambal, the mother of all sauces.
Agree.
Some people who make Western sauces are gonna kill me.
And this is black vinegar.
Black vinegar.
If you cannot obtain one
Right.
for our
Can they
overseas-
use white vinegar instead?
Yes, and
Right.
soy sauce mix half and half.
So they can mix soy sauce and white vinegar and it will taste like black vinegar.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good way because I know for a fact that in the Kingdom of Bahrain, like in the Middle Eastern regions, it would be quite a challenge to get black vinegar. Yeah.
So you could use the other way, which is you can't get black vinegar, then you just add half and half.
Right.
Right. And then you have fish sauce.
Oh, fish sauce. Again, fish sauce.
So
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's this chili for?
This is chili padi or bird eye chili with
Right.
light soya sauce. Which this is always served on the side
Right.
for them to
Oh, we don't put this into the...
No.
Okay, so this is for us to dip the fishball, I think. Right, wow. Because that's what I always do.
And we would need Mee Pok. This is Mee Pok.
Right, it's like the Chinese flat noodles.
Flat
right?
noodles, egg noodles.
Egg noodles.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, if you cannot get this, then you can always use linguine.
Linguine.
Yeah.
Ah, just like a pasta.
Yeah. Or you can use angel hair, which is like the
Right.
Asian version of mee kia
Mee
or the
kia.
wonton noodle.
Right, that's very interesting. So basically, this dish is like somewhat like what we would maybe call the Southeast Asian version of a pasta.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we can actually substitute that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I have some chicken skin,
Chicken skin, right?
which you can buy or
Okay.
you can make yourself, which is just chicken skin.
And fried
Deep fry it.
Uh-huh.
You add a bit of chili powder,
chili powder.
turmeric powders, and salt.
Right, right.
And you deep fry it. That's it. We're gonna use this.
That's to
re-
get the
to replace the lard, yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
And then some Chinese lettuce.
Chinese lettuce again.
Yeah.
So if they can't find Chinese lettuce, they can just use normal lettuce.
Yeah, they can use like romaine.
Romaine.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And then you have minced chicken.
Minced chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
So this minced chicken have already been marinated.
Marinated.
Yeah. With sesame oil.
Ah, my favorite.
Yeah.
I love sesame oil.
Light soya sauce,
Like soya sauce,
white pepper,
white pepper,
and corn flour.
corn flour.
Yeah.
But why would we put corn flour in the chicken meat?
The reason
we are
why-
not going to fry this.
Not
or-
fry it, but the reason is when we put all that in there,
Uh-huh.
it gives taste. And second, you don't want your minced chicken to be clumpy.
Ah, so if we put in corn flour, it will be what, silky.
Yeah.
Ah, so it won't be clumpy. Wow.
Okay. And then
Wow, that's a very good tip.
and you can add sugar optional if you like it.
Sugar. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Because traditionally pork is sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's up to you if you like to
How
add
do you
sugar.
know?
Well, in my previous life.
Okay.
So pretty much that's what it is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So now I'm gonna get ready a pot of hot water
Right.
where we can blanch the noodles.
Blanch the noodles.
Alright?
Okay.
And then we'll do the sauce
Right.
together with it.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
So we are now ready once the stock is done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Great.
hot boiling water to blanch the noodles.
Right. So with this, hold on, stay tuned to us because after this we are going to show you how to blanch the noodles. And it will be a la minute. Immediately you will see the fishball mee pok noodle
Yeah.
ready to be served. Alright, so we had the stock ready and now we are boiling the water to get ready to cook the noodles, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So the stock
Mhm.
I put aside
Yes.
and I strain the stock and get the fish balls on
Right.
the side here.
Right.
Alright.
So we
this
have the
is
fish ball ready, the stock ready,
Mhm.
and the next thing to do is the noodles.
the noodles.
Right.
So once you boil a pot of water over there
Okay.
and about a teaspoon of salt.
Okay, so we need to add salt. Do we need to put some oil in there to make it easier to blanch the noodles, or we don't have to?
Don't have to.
We don't have to. Okay, great.
Alright?
Yep.
So now what we will need is a bowl.
Okay, we need a bowl for sure for the noodles.
So let me give you a bowl.
Right, this is my bowl.
Okay. We're gonna mix the sauce in there with the noodles and then we're gonna transfer it to a plate. To a serving plate.
Okay, so the sauce we don't have to cook it.
There's no cooking in the sauce.
Okay, so no cooking of the sauce.
No cooking.
Just mix it here,
Yeah.
toss it with the noodles,
Yeah.
and we are done. Easy to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what we will need over here.
Yep.
Okay. So you will need to put 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
Fish sauce, 1 teaspoon, right?
Okay. And
It's so sad, one big bowl, just a few drips of liquid.
remember this is salty. So we don't
Ah,
need too much,
okay.
alright? And then now the dark vinegar about half.
Half teaspoon.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Right, okay.
Alright, put in there.
Yep.
And then now 1 tablespoon of tomato sauce.
1 tablespoon of tomato sauce.
Or ketchup.
Or ketchup.
Yeah.
Tomato ketchup. Okay. See the way it's splattered.
Good.
You know, it's good.
Good.
You know, I was worried because
That's why you got an apron.
that's why we have an apron. Yes.
Okay. 1 teaspoon of
shallot oil.
Shallot oil.
1 teaspoon. Okay. Can I put more of the shallot oil if we want to? Because I really like shallot oil.
then it gives more sweetness.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Now you need 1 tablespoon of the sambal. If you like it spicy,
I like it spicy. I like it spicy. So 1.5. Okay. Okay, so everything is in right now.
Yeah. Remember the broth that we made just now?
Yes.
So we add about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons.
2 to 3 tablespoons of the broth. So that's just to give it some of the taste.
Yeah.
The broth taste.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's why we put in the fish sauce, right? Because we cannot add too much of the broth.
Yeah.
It will become like a soup dish instead of a dry dish. You know, this is like the pasta sauce that you make.
So once that is done,
Chinese pasta. Sorry, Southeast Asian pasta. Because in China, I think they don't prepare something like this.
No?
I think this is
Typically, originally Singaporean.
right. So this is typically, originally, uniquely Singapore.
Now we're gonna add, the water is boiling. So
Okay.
we're gonna add the noodles. So
The
we're gonna
noodles.
add about 1 bunch.
1 bunch, yes.
Yeah.
Right, that's for 1 portion.
Yeah. And then a bit of bean sprouts.
A bit of the bean sprouts as well. Oh, together with the noodles.
Yeah. And then you take a chopstick
Uh-huh.
and you
And
just
stir it
it
over.
over.
Right.
And you do this about maybe half a minute.
Half a minute.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. So I see that there's the minced chicken.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm gonna show you that.
Right. So the minced chicken is for later.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do
I
it.
see.
Alright. So now the noodles are done.
Okay, then noodles are done.
Mm-hmm.
That's fast. Right.
Mix it.
I need to mix this.
Yeah.
Toss the noodles in the gravy,
Yeah.
the sauce.
And then
It's becoming blood red. No, this is not normally how it looks, but it's because I put in a lot
Of
of
chili.
this chili. Because I like my food really spicy.
So now we're gonna add some fish cake in here.
Fish cake,
Alright.
alright? And we need to just
Yeah,
heat it up.
blanch.
Blanch it.
And then I'm gonna add a
Another
bit-
term I learned today, blanch.
And a bit of the fish dumpling.
Fish dumplings, right?
I'm gonna leave it in there for a bit. Now you
Right.
ask about what happened to this
Yes.
minced meat. So now you take about maybe 1 tablespoon of minced meat
Okay.
that's been marinated.
Yeah.
Put it in a bowl.
Put it in a bowl.
Take a bit of that stock.
Okay.
You have.
Right.
Pour it in.
Right.
And then what we need, a spoon.
A spoon.
And then we break it up.
You break it up. Okay.
Cook it like that.
Okay. Right. So we break it up into like small chunks
Yeah.
of the meat itself.
So if you didn't put that corn flour, then
Mhm.
everything will
Stick together, it will
So-
become one big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want
okay.
it to
Right.
look like this.
Right.
And then once you've done this,
Mm-hmm.
what you need to do now,
So once we have done that, we will
add all in here and cook it.
and cook it and blanch it.
Blanch it a little.
Right. See, the chef never wastes anything at all.
So once that is done,
Okay.
are you done with your,
Yes.
yes?
Yeah, I think it looks perfect for me. Red, hot. Red, hot.
Alright, great. So if once that is done, you put it on your plate. Let me get a plate for you.
Okay.
So once you mix that well,
Yep.
you're going to take 1 Chinese lettuce, 1 or 2,
Okay.
and just
Twist it a little.
twist it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
And
To dish it for it to look better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the green-red combination.
correct.
Right.
Then now put your noodles right in the center.
Right. So I need to put the noodle right at the center. Okay. I'm gonna make it taller. Remember, in our other episodes, we say that if the noodles make it look taller, it can be sold at a more expensive price.
And then we add our
We add in the fish cake, the minced chicken,
and the dumplings.
and the dumplings. Wow, looks really good. And what else do we need to? Oh yeah, this bowl is for the soup, right?
And then we add your fish balls.
Fish balls. That's my favorite.
So we're gonna decorate it a little.
Okay, we're gonna need to decorate it a little.
Put all the fish cake there.
Okay. Well, the fish cake is to this side.
Yeah. You could do it any way you want.
Right.
Dumplings here.
Dumplings, fish cake, and we have fish balls.
Okay.
Right.
And then the fish balls.
Fish balls.
I'm gonna put about
Can I have 6?
you have as many as you want. So we put some there first.
Right. Remember, twist it, make it higher. Yeah. No, actually, the chef is just mixing it better than me.
Okay.
Alright.
So that's done.
Okay.
And then what we need is a bit of the shallot oil.
Oh, we still need to put the shallot oil on
Yeah.
top of it.
No, we want the fried shallots on top.
Oh, only the fried shallots,
Yeah.
not the oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add a bit more of
To give it some
some
coloring.
color.
Right?
And then remember, as I was saying, to replace.
Oh yes. To replace the lard, we use fried chicken skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for some of the shops that you go to, they don't even give you the lard. You can't even eat the lard. You can't even eat the chicken skin. There's only the fish ball, the noodles, and that's why they call it fishball noodle stock.
Okay, so that is done. And
Right.
then on your side, you usually will serve with some soy chili.
Soy chili padi,
Yeah.
bird's eye chili
And with some
with light soy
soy
sauce.
sauce.
Yeah. Wow.
Side.
And this is really good for dipping the fish balls in it.
And then your soup.
And the soup. Wow. See, I'm preparing my chopsticks to taste.
And
Once
then-
again, the delicious food by the chef.
And before that,
Alright, see, this is what a professional would do to wipe off some of the sauce that's on the side, right? Right, so we have the soup, we have the chili, we have the fish ball, fish cake, fish dumpling, and the mee pok, the dry noodles. So, let me taste it, chef.
okay.
I'll take the
Wanna put
noodles
it?
first because I put a lot of the sambal chili in it.
Yeah.
The taste is really good, and the noodles, you got it at exactly the right texture. That's not an easy thing to do. Normally it will be undercooked or it will be overcooked, but it's the right texture. Wow. I'm going to try some of the fish ball. See, I've never learned how to grab a fish ball by the chopstick. So I used to do it this way when I was young.
Poke.
I use a chopstick and poke into the fish ball so that I can eat my fish ball.
Yeah.
And then dip it. Ooh. Some of you might think that the noodle is already spicy. I already added a lot of sambal. Still, why this dip, right? I tell you, this dip is amazing. It's just soy sauce and bird eye chili.
Yep.
But when you have this dip with the fish ball, dip it in and you put it into your mouth, it burns you heavenly. So, as always, once there's good food for me to try and enjoy, I would like to end the episode as soon as possible. So we have already showed you how to prepare this. After this, you will see the recipe on screen. You can also see our email address below. Remember, if you like our videos and you would like to see more of what we can show you how you can prepare in your simple kitchen at home, do write to us, subscribe, comment, like our videos. And once again, from Cook and Eat Singapore, my name is Jason. This is Chef Alfie. Thank you very much for being with us once again. Goodbye.